Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Day and Day No Draw, Ian VTuber. And this is pretty much a testing stream to see how long how long I am able to stream Zenless Zone Zero without anything going down. well, so let us get into it. uh Alright, let's see how things go from here. Oh, the heck? Oh yeah! I never finish Trigger's story. Well, since we're here, we might as well. Even after questioning those three survivors, it seems the clues we've gathered are still not enough. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator, but we have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. I think the other proxy is right. The information that the three survivors provided is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce where we should go next to find the client. Our clues have run dry, but we still got something out of it. At least we now know some characteristics of the perpetrator. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the defense force. They're meticulous in planning, avoid open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes in the hollow. With these characteristics in the hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as a potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. But that would take quite a lot of time. Yes, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Chiron seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence. Just as you are about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search, the door to the video store suddenly opens. Someone's here, Wise. I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us. Proxy, let's talk to him first. Alright, let's go talk to Shepard. You bring Shepard to a room where you can talk.
Phaeton, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Take a moment to catch your breath.
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There were traces left behind.
Dude, man, the
Signs of
auto
a kidnapping.
the auto talk is so good compared to Star Rail and Withering Waves, and even Genshin. Man, the auto button's so good. The auto play for the dialogues, that is. Cooperate with Chiron and share only part of the info.
That's right. It seems the client was kidnapped, taken into the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for more clues. So, what made you rush over to the store?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Shepard shows you his phone. About 10 minutes ago, the missing client sent him another location on Knock Knock. There were no other messages.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
This feels off.
We were just stressing over a lack of leads, and now one conveniently falls into our laps? Something about this feels off.
You're sure it's just disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Shepard hurries out again. You turn to Charon, who seems unsettled. Has she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having the search handed off to someone else?
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
It's nothing. But
Don't
why?
mention it, but why keep secrets? From a practical standpoint, wouldn't calling for backup have been the safer move?
It would have
Killer
been.
is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties.
Yeah, that is true.
And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
What if it's a trap?
I may have kept it from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's too dangerous. That location message seems cagey. It could be a trap to lure us in.
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital
Funny thing
information.
about doing this quest, I've already been spoiled. I mean, I only listened to a VTuber play the story quest, but I haven't actually watched them play. So, but still spoilers. Funny thing was, the only reason why I went to that stream is because I didn't think that I would be able to play ZZZ and stream.
If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
But I already know everything, kinda. If they're really alive, wait, could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Bell's gaze towards you seems to convey such a question, but then you're thinking about how you're also searching for a teacher. It doesn't seem all that hard to understand. I'll help you.
I understand how anxious you must be right now. We can help you. But you really need to be careful this time.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
Yeah. Nope, not yet. Dang it. Enter the Hollow through the HDD. Let us go. Ether and ice.
Eradicate all evil. Is it work time?
So
Let's hurry! I want to be back by dinner!
Yeah, Sokaku.
This is the path I follow.
Let's play Miyabi again. Alrighty. Yeah, right now my my Ambi is not fully built. I haven't even been playing at all, so when was the last time I played this? Actually, I don't remember. Oh well. Alrighty.
Here. Is this
Mysterious container.
Proxy, look at this.
Communicator.
A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
Why would there be a communicator here?
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was left behind randomly.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Liar Strahd. Who are you?
Who are you? And the Sniper of Liar Squad. Are you talking about Charon?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture.
The
No
way
matter
she
how
talks,
much
I
sanity
can
you
show
have.
you how.
You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your
Your
name
name
is
is
next.
next, Grim Vulture.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. And now, with you in my sights, this must be some kind of destiny.
I already know who this is.
I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
Charon suddenly dodges to the side, raises her gun and fires, using her body to shield Eos. In the next instant, a bullet flies past her and hits the ground. Her shot flew into the distance, and there's only one thing that's for certain. It didn't hit Grim Vulture.
So your version of making a deal is scrambling for time to locate me and lining up your shots? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too. You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter-sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit. If you're
Man,
looking
this
for
BGM
something,
though
why not search the hollow for clues? Providing
goes
you can
hard.
survive both my attacks and those of the Ethereals, of course. Oh, and I've prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
That BGM. Let's see if I can. Nope, not yet. Audio. It's already max. Dang, that BGM though. The electric guitar.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking
Oh, I forgot how to play. Okay. Ah! Dude, man, Miyabi is so strong. Having Miyabi is like having the game on easy mode.
I found a box.
Oh, sorry, I was busy with the BGM. Man, the BGM goes super hard. You glance at Chiron beside you, who has fallen silent. Clearly, she's having the same feeling. Right now, she's hesitating about whether to open this box. Chiron, wait, don't open it. Chiron opens the box anyway. A blood-stained, tattered military cap, carelessly crumpled and stuffed in the corner of the box, though the owner's identity remains unknown. The message it conveys can only mean one thing: death. Oh, excuse me. Don't touch what's in the box. Karen reaches out and picks up the military cap from the box. Her fingers tracing its shape. Her lips tremble. I'm okay, Proxy. My sense of touch isn't deceiving me. This appears to be the outfit of my former teammate, or a replica of it. So this is the surprise Grim Vulture mentioned. I see now. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Chiron goes silent, yet as she chambers another round, you can sense her hands trembling slightly, while her grip grows even stronger.
You still remember what's inside the box, right? Still loyalty? The one Steve
Nope!
before.
Nope! Too bad, I'm a sniper, so you won't be able to get close to me.
I'll tell you.
No! Okay.
This is all right.
I better not speak too quick, too early.
Hey, you wanna play with me?
Ethereals almost completely taken over his body. Even you,
Dang, Miyabi is so strong.
his aura was almost fully
Too bad.
Wait for taking.
Acquire sniping position. Oh yeah, bam, bam, bam.
We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
The second box emanates an ominous aura. That unsettling stench seems to warn you that its contents, just like the previous box, will give you an absolutely wretched experience. Caron's breathing grows heavy. She stands still for several seconds, seemingly trying to control her emotional turmoil. Caron, don't push yourself. Finally, she opens the box. A pair of blood-stained, tattered military gloves lie twisted in the center of the box. It's clear that whoever placed them here hadn't just tossed them in carelessly. They had been deliberately arranged to a malicious intent. Karen picks up the gloves, once again feeling their contours and icy touch. Her lips turn pale. Just, at, just as I thought, these are from one of my squad mates too. Karen. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Following this route should lead us to the Grim Vulture's hideout. Fine. Karen picks up her weapon again, but there's an unmistakable tremor of unease in her voice.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them.
Ah!
As expected of such a seemingly beautiful commander, even have lost their stylish.
Awaken!
Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Ta-da! Skills. Dang, that's so strong. My goodness.
She stood tall, even in death. It's just as I said. She died from even the most beautiful flowers will wither without protection.
Yep. There's still a third box. He grabbed Chiron's hand, trying to stop her from opening it, but she lifts the box's lid almost mechanically. The third box contains a blood-stained corner of clothing and a severely damaged piece of engineering equipment, also stained with blood. Chiron picks them up, her trembling fingers feeling their shapes. She doesn't speak, neither about the plans for pursuing Grim Vulture, nor about which of her companions these items belong to, until the communicator in her hands rings again with Grim Vulture's voice.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloody fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. You're just a medic and an engineer. Not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad, are you?
Even though I already know what happened. Oh my goodness, this story. Chiron's face turns. Enough!
Using her squad mates who are like family to mentally torture her. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear, did I go too far? My sincerest apologies. It's just watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know?
Oh, no
Relax.
BGM.
The person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades. Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
A surge of rage threatens to drown all thought. Just as you are about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Chiron's shot is clean and decisive, carrying an unmistakable intent to kill. But from the response on the other end of the communicator, it seems it missed.
Strike to be sure. But as I've already said, you're aware sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before. But now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking somewhat respectable. I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
You have no right to taunt her.
I believe her squad is still alive. You can stop with the lies. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to serve in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it. Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Shut up.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by Ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves,
I want to say so much, but I don't want to spoil anything because I already know everything.
But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive. Even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it.
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
My heart. My heart.
Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions. You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself,
man.
believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself. Because that's how you survive.
This story is still very heart-wrenching.
Really want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead?
This story is
Then when the old capital fell, and now you're just
it's heart-wrenching and so good though. My goodness.
so-called reason to go on, latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
And the voice acting though was really good. My goodness.
Up already. At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Chiron is not a coward.
Not a coward. Someone who enters the hollows despite the condition of their eyes is anything but a coward. At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being
sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
Analysis of surrounding fissures complete.
Analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you...
With no hope of counterattack, you practically drag Chiron, turning to run towards the fissure that had escaped Grim Vulture's notice. Just as the bullet is about to strike, you manage to escape through the fissure. You escape from the hollow and return to the video store, bringing along Chiron, who has lost all will to fight. She seems more traumatized than you imagined, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Charon, do you want some hot cocoa? I'm
Oh,
sure
excuse
you're
me?
exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't let Grim Vulture get to you.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
The day the old capital fell.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened on the day the old capital fell with you and the Liar Squad?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with a standard amount of troops. Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat. So we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control. And more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back. When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think? They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious. Eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force. Left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened.
Man, what's up
right?
with Weathering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero having such good storytelling now?
So I decided to find them myself. The reason
Especially with their
behind these eyes.
newest
Copy
characters.
to guide me to finding them still alive.
Even with
Am I
Ambi.
wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes? Which bring nothing but pain. If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. Their faces are all...
Man, that voice acting.
I can't see their
It's
expressions.
getting to me.
I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Hold Charon's hand.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Belle and I will always stand by your resolve to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications. Because someone close to us is missing too. And we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
That's right. Charon, you're a very kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone, and regret when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
We'll be there to support you.
Yeah, you can trust us to have your back. We're certain that Grim Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have a lead, there's still hope, and we'll be your support. Your will and determination shouldn't be dismissed. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side, and we'll face it together.
Roxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
With the tension easing, it's time to discuss the plan going forward. Just then, the phone rings.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going? Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location with me on Knock.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
I already know what's gonna happen.
Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
So we aren't being lured into a hollow.
So they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim
Provocation.
Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
Let us go. The official commencement of the Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning ordinary citizens still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. Under arrangements, Charon spent the night at the store. The next morning, Wise, we'll be heading to the outpost with Charon soon. Did you rest well last night, Charon? To be honest, I didn't sleep much. Ah, me too. Thoughts of the past kept me up, especially those related to Charon, and I didn't manage to fall asleep until late. Anyway, Charon is already waiting for you in the parking lot. I wonder how she's feeling now. Wise, please take good care of her when the time comes, okay? Leave it to me. And teleportation, instant transmission. What I had to... Oh, guess she was at the parking lot. Good morning, Proxy. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure in front of you yesterday. I think I've got my mood back in order now. Stare. It seems I can't hide it from you, Proxy. I'm sorry, and I think I'm still struggling to process this sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Let's find a way forward together. Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, it's better to reach out and grasp all the hope we can find around us. Maybe things will eventually change. Let's go, Proxy. Today we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens, so we can't carry any weapons. I suppose Grim Vulture wouldn't be foolish enough to make a move inside a military stronghold. Let's keep an eye out while we're there. I believe we should be able to find new clues. You arrive at Scott Outpost with Charon. Many citizens have come to Remembrance Day. They must be the relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the old capital. For some reason, after coming here, Chiron has been acting a bit strange. Proxy, can we explore this place later? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Alright, I'll say it. It seems like there are some familiar faces here. Wouldn't it be nice to meet them? I don't think I can face them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be the family members of my teammates. I don't know how I should face them. You'll have to face them sooner or later, won't you? I know, but I'll be there for you. Then it's a deal. I'll, I will go and talk to them. Proxy, you don't have to say anything. Just stay by my side and give me the courage to speak. Okay, this is actually pretty sad. Another year without you by our side. Are you Alan Akron's brother? How did you know? Who are you? Wait, your eye cover. So you're Akron's sole surviving teammate. I remember you. We met once after the fall of the old capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. I never expected to meet you here. This plushie. It's Akron's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in her room. I brought it along here, as if bringing my sister's shadow to participate in Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. You don't need to apologize. I still remember one time when my sister came home excitedly, telling me that a shy new girl had joined the squad. That girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful in battle. That was the happiest I had ever seen her. To her, your presence had inspired admiration and a desire not to fall behind. A beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving.